Okay, team, there is a probability that COEP found a floor, but let's go ahead and validate right now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a COEP technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this happy Thursday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right in. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that there could be a potential floor found here is because of this support here that we actually came back down, a very curious support, and we got a massive bounce to the upside here, and this printed a pretty attractive looking hammer candle on the daily. Okay, so that usually could be indicative of a potential reversal and continuation to the upside, right? So the last time we actually used this support was right over here, printing a hammer candle as well, right? And it was also after a capitulation phase that started very much at the same place that we started this one in, right? So as you can see here, we actually got that downside all the way back down to the support area, bounced from it, and made that very high bounce to the upside, right? So the other situation right here was this one here, printing arguably a hammer candle as well, right, from this same support area, and then faced a pretty nice bounce to the upside as well, right? So, and it bounced to the upside from which it actually capitulated from, where we just used that capitulation phase from, right? So another iteration was actually from right over here. Okay, so using this area, well, I mean, first of all, we did penetrate this area. We came back, used it as support, and then bounced to the upside, right? So this was already one iteration that was pretty strong. We came back and validated it again, and then made another upside continuation all the way up to this area here. Right, so this zone here it's very important. So it looks like we have used it several times before a massive bounce to the upside. Okay, so let's continue on the analysis and see what we have. Okay, so let me just go ahead and I was actually giving someone else an example about this, and in this case, I guess I could do it with you too, right? So let's just say for lack of a better example, that your average on this was like an $1.80 average, right? So this is called something, you know, SMB Capital. They actually call it being on the wrong side of the V, right? So even if you did catch a pretty terrible entry, right, this is essentially kind of a large scale shakeout, right, to kind of push away the longs, and then from the floor you would find a continuation to the upside to not only meet your area of entry here, just per se, if it was the 180, right, you would actually continue on to the upside because there's still more residual upside to look at this, right? So the potential here would be around 209 or just under that, right? So this is kind of a perspective for retail to kind of take into consideration. So the reason why I'm actually in this chart in the first place was just because of that, right? Sorry. So just to kind of give you guys an idea as to what the wrong side of the V is, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here and see what we have. Okay, so volatility versus momentum, it'd be good for us to take a look at in upper time frames as well, right? So let's see what we have here. It looks like on the 3-day setup, it still has that upside pivot, and we're actually starting to increase volatility across it. We're potentially going to cross that 14-day simple, okay, so which could be also indicative of a floor being found. The 5-day iteration, which actually just started, did get a kink to the upside above the moving average, and it did get the 14-day simple moving average pivoted towards the upside as well, okay, which is another curious thing. All right, so I'm not denying that there could be some foolery here within this asset, right, but it's important for us to notice all the nuances as well, and this is another perspective for you to kind of see just what I meant, right? So that support level, let's just say that it was right at the wick low of today's candle, right? Let me just put it, the resistance range to this wick low of that candle there. So something like this here, and let me see, just like that, right? So now please just go ahead and see that there is a lower chop zone in here, right, that we could be trading within, right? So, and it's in this candle low here, or the wick low is it is being respected by this iteration here as well. okay, of which also got a pretty nice upside there too, huh? So it has been used a few times. So this is why I'm saying that there could very well be a high potential here that the floor has been found and recovery could be amidst, right? So let's just keep a close eye on this and see what the deal will be. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on to the RSI. So the RSI immediate short-term time frame is suggesting an upside. Now this is curious here because it's getting close to the gravitational zone. So the 30-minute time frame, the 1 hourly time frame, immediate short term still, right? So it may actually have a chance to succeed the 14-day simple and the border between the bear weakness percentile and the bear strength percentile and the bear weakness percentile. So that's looking pretty good. So we have been using that 14-day simple as a resistance all the way down, but that doesn't mean that we're going to stay there forever. Similar situation here on the bi-hourly, but since we were on the 1 hour, let's just look at the 4-hour chart, and you can see here that there's already a loss of bear strength, right? So similar situation here to the 8-hour. The bear strength is actually losing it, and it's facing support from the gravitational zone from the bear strength percentile, and here as well. So gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile, right? So we could very well be seeing support touch here. Now the daily time frame opposed to the 12-hour, let's see. So okay, so the 12-hour looks like it's losing that bear strength as it's approaching the border there, and the daily, of course, still hasn't read the after hour, right? So it's looking pretty good, you guys. And the 3-day is looking like it actually has a very, very close support touch here, okay? So which could be indicative of kind of fluctuation or consolidation, right? Within, say, for example, this was the 3-day candle, it would be suggesting this, right? Literally like that, right? Before it actually pumps enough volatility for us to actually gain an upside thrust here, as there is an immediate short-term opportunity here. Okay, you guys. So definitely know that I'm still keeping an eye on this, right? So if we start getting that retracement here, it would be indicative of a breakout from true test number 5, right? So as number 4, which usually is the test that actually succeeds and continues onwards and upwards, failed, right? So now the second and last opportunity would be that 5th test. All right, so we'll continue keeping an eye on this, guys. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever, okay? I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. Definitely notice in the links in the description below that there's still a few seats left for the ArcMasters trading course, okay? So go ahead and get enrolled. And yeah, so, but with that said, guys, please remember that the markets are not open tomorrow. They will be open on Monday in observance of the Good Friday, right? Or Easter, right? So with that said, guys, I wish you very well a very good long weekend if you do have it, right? And I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.